Good morning. Welcome to Studio 5. We are starting today with, fair to say, a tough topic, but it's one that affects a lot of people. It's reported 50% of marriages end in divorce. And according to new research, divorce just might be contagious.
This is surprising. In the study, breaking up is hard to do unless everyone else is doing it too. Researchers found that divorce can spread like a virus, passing among friends, siblings, even co-workers. Studio 5 relationship coach Matt Townsend has been looking into the findings. Did this surprise you?
Actually, no. I thought it would. I mean, because it is kind of shocking. It's surprising. Except we all know people that have a best friend that got divorced, and then all of a sudden I'm talking to them and they're ready to divorce, and I ask them, why are you so, and they start talking about their friend that just got divorced that's helping them see more clearly. So I wasn't too surprised. It's out there. Now, the whole story is basically they've been studying these people over a long period of time in Framingham, Massachusetts. I think it was a Brown University study. And what they found is, over time, depending on who you hang with, the clusters they call them, divorce clusters, certain groups of people you hang with, if they go through a divorce, you're more inclined to go through a divorce yourself.
So is this friends, family? Who is this?
It's everybody. Friends, family, coworkers, all increase the likelihood of divorce. So here's some examples. For example, if you have a friend that gets divorced, that friend that gets divorced and you hang out with them, you call them a friend, you'll have a 75% bigger chance, you're 75% more likely that you will get divorced yourself within about 4 years. Now, it's more likely than you normally would. So if you have a very little chance of getting divorced, you still increase the likelihood by 75% to get divorced in that moment. Some other examples, though, were coworkers. Coworkers, that to me was an interesting one. If you just work in a small firm, you have about a 55% chance, if a coworker gets divorced, the odds are going to go up 55% that you're going to get divorced because of hanging out with that coworker.
Even a friend of a friend? 33%?
A friend of a friend. So 2 degrees of separation. Not even your friend, but if your friend's talking to their friend, a lot about that just got divorced, those conversations are going to make it back to you.
You know, it seems ludicrous to think that divorce really might be contagious until you talk about it. Yeah. And like, I have a totally stable marriage with my wife. We don't ever think about divorce until we start talking to someone. And I start saying, oh, it's okay. I understand what you're going through. And you find yourself consoling and justifying and making excuses. And then you find yourself looking at your marriage differently because of that.
What is it? Your mind just starts to go there? It starts to think about it?
I think it is actually the conversations that make it contagious. It's not like it's this infectious disease. It's not like they're coughing divorce gunk. It's just we talk, and when we start talking about what's broken and what doesn't work, all of a sudden we start noticing those things in our life. We start noticing what's not working in our life, and then we start justifying. An interesting statistic is about 30% of divorces are based in really serious reasons: abuse, neglect, significant drug use, things like that. But 70% of divorces are still pretty much elective. They're a choice. So if our discussion is always about the benefits of divorce and how great your life is and the freedom about it, then all of a sudden the elective divorce starts to become a bigger option.
This study, the results of the study, I should say, gets at a bigger issue, and that's how to talk about divorce. Those conversations you're talking about that can be contagious, or the report suggests can be contagious. And you've got some great tips for helping people through that tough transition, what to say or what not to say.
It's the hardest thing, because really I found that most people actually have to end up thinking they have to hate their partner in order to move on. So they generate a lot of energy, and they need to take that energy somewhere. So 5 keys for you for how to actually communicate about divorce, okay? Key number 1, the first tool is you need to be loyal to the absent. Now, that is so hard. Being loyal to the absent basically means I'm not going to say anything in front or about my partner that I would not say in front of them to other people. So I'm going to show loyalty to my ex. Now, that's a big deal, because what if your partner hasn't been respectful?
Well, there's a reason there was a divorce.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're having a problem. That's why you're leaving.
And this, you'll see, the reason why this is number 1, because this is the core of everything. If I could throw my partner under the bus, I've got more information on that scumbag that I'd love to share with you, but we're going to be loyal to the absent, and it has nothing to do with the person you divorced. We're loyal to the absent because we believe in character. We believe in showing integrity.
So it's about you, it's not about them.
This is about you being the best person you can be and not becoming more dysfunctional like the one you threw away. The more you talk about them, the more you're actually probably becoming more negative like them. So be loyal to the absent. By the way, that's a great principle with everybody in your relationships. Always speak about others the way you would speak about them if they were in front of you.
So regardless it's not really, of how you feel about them.
You're not throwing them on the bus. You're actually keeping yourself on the high road.
Right, exactly. That's the high road. Okay, number 2, be simply honest and honestly simple. Some of the best descriptions of why we're divorcing are very honest and very simple. Okay, so it sounds like a play on words, but think of this. I'm going to read a few, okay, and you tell me if you can get what I'm getting to, okay? Here's one. We just wanted different things. So if a partner says, so why'd you guys divorce? You know what? We just wanted different things.
5 words that says so much.
That's right. Or Kim's struggling to find out what she really wants in life. Or the whole family thing really overwhelmed him.
Yeah.
Okay, now notice, this is code talk. I'm code talking that, you know what, he doesn't like the kids. He's having trouble with the family. Or they, you know, she doesn't want to go to church and I do, or all these different examples. One of the rules about this is go spend some time, even with each other, and find the most simple, honest explanation. And if I were you, I'd make up some phrases like,
have them on hand.
We just couldn't get along. If you find yourself arguing a lot, that's probably code talk for we couldn't get along. Code talk.
And someone I want to ask, because I'm concerned, so I say, you know, what caused or whatever like that. And I'm fine with the code talk answer. I just want to show that I'm concerned. I don't want to have
the whole story.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it all.
But see, the funny, they really just want to know your feelings, which gets to the next point. Focus on the feelings, not the facts of the divorce. When someone comes up and says, how are you doing? Really, how are you doing? They're not saying, seriously, what did that jerk do? Because I want to know everything. They don't want to know everything, but we want to just focus on the feelings. You know what? We're feeling a little overwhelmed because we're trying to figure out the financial issue. Notice that's code talk. The facts would be, hey, the loser has not paid child support for 2 months, okay? And it must be because he doesn't care about the kids, because if you loved your kids, you pay child support.
See, I don't want to hear all that, do I?
Exactly.
Rather than just asking the question.
And then it makes me decide. It makes me have to deal with the fact that you really don't like him, and he was a nice guy to me.
Yeah.
But I wasn't
married. This focus on feelings, I think, makes it better on both sides. As someone who's been there, when someone asks, you appreciate the concern that's being demonstrated, and you appreciate the opportunity to share how you're feeling, not just what happened.
See, people really just care about your feelings. Are you okay? Are you doing well? Is there anything I can do? Now, there's a reason why we go to the facts. Why would we? Why would we want to get that out?
It makes us, we want to vent.
Proof.
We want to get the anger out, you know?
That's exactly right.
Claiming your
We want to justify. We want to justify that it wasn't about me. He's the one that screwed up. So here's a quote. Stephen Covey used it all the time. Everyone always calls me to find out where I got it. Stephen Covey. But he says, it's not the snake that bites you that kills you. It's chasing the snake that drives the venom to the heart. It's not a divorce that's going to destroy your life. It's what you do with the situation that's going to kill you or not. Being bit by a snake, that's not the killer. Killer is chasing that stupid thing for hours.
One of the things is tell whole stories, not half stories. We got that on the website, but also one more quick thing, just surround yourself with positive people.
The key is, that's it. You got to find people that are pro-marriage. Statistically, in almost every category, marriage is healthy, marriage works. So find people and put them around you that are pro-marriage. Pro-counselors if you need it, pro-therapists, pro-coaches, pro-parents that are all pro-marriage. It's what matters. Marriage is healthy. It works.
All right, Matt, great tips, fabulous tips. There's more tips and some of those code phrases for you listed on our website.